Hello friends. Let's paint some trees. I have been dying to paint these little trees. I'm gonna do something a little different. I want to use, let's use our little mist, our spray bottle, or our mister if we need it. But I'm gonna start off by wetting some, let's see, I want something pretty dark, like maybe Naturno or Indanthrone Blue. I believe it's this right here. We'll get some of that. I'm using my Gallos today. Also going to be using some neutral tint. So I'm going to wet that just a little bit, and probably some arancione. Maybe some aquamarine. And in fact, and possibly some, let's see, what do we got here? I really want to stick with this palette. I love this palette. It's the signature one from Gallo, and I absolutely adore it. So I think I'm going to actually just kind of stick with that as much as possible. So I need a good, yeah, let's go here. We need black. All right. Because I just want to do silhouette trees, but something kind of spooky. I've got just some, I'm using today the Fingerspuro, say it 3 times fast, Fingerspuro watercolor paper. So this one here, inexpensive, but it's 100% cotton. It is 9x12 cold press, 140 pound, and it's got a nice texture. And I kind of like it. So I've been using it here and there. I kind of forgot I had it for a while there, but I thought I'd pull it back out and see what we can do. So I am just really desperate to get in here and just do some stuff. So I'm going to just kind of wet the page here randomly, a couple different areas, but let's start over here. Just kind of throwing some water down. All right. And then let's take our, I'm going to go with the arancione because I love this color. And I'm literally going to just drop it in here and let it do its thing. All right. And then to add some ruby red. No, actually I'm going to go with the Q magenta and just kind of throw that in there. All right. Very, very loose. Very loose. I'm going to throw a little sap green right in there just to disturb things a little, get them a little confused and fun. All right, good. And maybe at the very top there, we will throw in some, there's a lot of green still left on this brush, a lot of water. This is the Azo Yellow Gold. Oh, look how pretty that is. Gosh, I love that. We will have, I like the way it's got the green in there as well. All right. Got some greens, we've got some different things going on in here. All right. Gonna have to let this dry a bit. So let's put in some olive green deep, just kind of down around this area here. I'm going to try to get it a little bit more, less watery. There we go. And we will pull in some of the fig green as well. Boy, there's a lot of water on this brush. Fig green is one of my favorite colors from a Gallo. Just kind of doing its thing. All right, let's pull in some blue. I'm going to go over here and really rinse our brush. Now I'm going to wet this, kind of get almost in there. I'm going to throw in some blue. And I want it to be kind of everything that's on my palette right here. That's what I want it to be. Just like this. And that's pretty much it. All right. Don't like this one little speck over here, so we're going to take some of our transparent red oxide. I'm going to tone that down a little. All right. I think we are good. I'm liking that. Okay. These are going to be kind of little clouds here, so we will end up throwing some. This is our, I think it's called Perylene. I love this. It's so light, just at the bottom of these clouds here. Just throw some over here, just for balance. That's fine. Nothing too fancy today. It is raining and it's just doing its fall thing. We had a massive migration of birds come over the house today. I was able to, it was pretty early in the morning and I heard them. That's how I knew it was happening. I heard them and they're all these black birds, and maybe I'll add the video at the end of this so you can see how loud and beautiful it was. That they were all covering the trees. It was like something out of a movie. All right, I'm going to dry this real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, pretty bright colors still, loving that. I'm going to take a rigger, nice long one. Going to go out studio, get a longer one, but this is going to be just fine. And I'm going to actually use, I wanted you to notice though, something I absolutely love. Look at the beautiful granulation from that olive green deep and the fig green. I absolutely love that. The same with the transparent red oxide. It's just such a lot of movement. So let's use that movement. I'm trying to decide if I want to use the ivory black or I really want it to be pretty dark here. I had already, oof, love that. Don't care about that green in there. Let's see what we got. Going to start somewhere around here and just kind of wiggle us some branches in here. Of this first one. Okay. Here we go. All right, and then let's do another one further back. them to be a little bit scraggly. I like that one a lot. And let's pull some out here. All right, I think we do one more. This one's going to be kind of split. I have been dying to do this for so long. I mean, I would wake up in the middle of the night thinking, man, I need to paint some trees. Just some wild and crazy random trees with color and black stark trunks and all this kind of stuff. Okay, now that I've got that, I'm going to put in a little bit of random stuff down here at the bottom. And like I said, this is going to be a very simple, easy to do, quick, great sense of just freeness and simple contrast, all those things that I absolutely love. Just maybe pull these a little deeper, kind of go into some of these areas, get some heavier parts and some not so heavy parts, things showing up at the top. Very, very light in some areas. You can tell that it looks like, based on the color, it looks like all the wind is blowing or something's going on. And I'm definitely going to throw in some birds because that was the theme of the day today. Let's do this one a little bit bigger. Don't want too many, but I want them there. Don't do that. Okay, let's see. All right, there's our birds. Put something else down here in the foreground, but I also want to put some color right there because it's bugging me. So what do I want? I'm really loving this green. So let's see about just a little bit darker. Something, if I can drop it in there without making too much chaos. This paper might not let me lift the way I want to, so I'm not going to go crazy. I could add a little bit of the bright yellow here. Just to kind of give it something to do. And then I'm going to go over it with the orange. This is the prettiest orange, this Arancione. Just love it. And a little bit of this. More deliberate. Because this tree is the closest one. All right. Liking that. Okay, I think I'm going to do the same with some green, but I want the olive green deep. Ooh, I like that it's mixed on this brush. Ooh, you know what? That wind is blowing, so we're going to have some leaves on the ground. And in the air. Take some of that orange. I don't want to put it in the blue. Use my other palette. I want it to be a little looser. There we go. There's my solution as to where I said I want something more in the foreground. Yeah, I'm liking the wind is blowing. I love that feeling of motion. Okay, what else? It's really clean. And take some of this fig green. I need to check it. It's very, very... There we go. Feel it? Do you feel it? I feel it. That's it. That's all I want to do to this. I don't want to make it just crazy. I mean, I could throw a little bit more heavy of the black on the trunks, but really other than that, this is exactly what I had in mind. I wanted something very easy, simple, but just have the elements there. I'm going to be careful not to wet. I mean, put my arm in something wet here, but I'm going to take this one and kind of give it a little bit more motion this way. There we go. And that's pretty much it. This one looks a little thin, so we'll just make it a little thicker. And I'm going to leave it just like that. I say that and then I go right back in. In fact, I think I want to put something there. All right, I'm good. Are we good? I think we're good. That's it. Hit a like for me or subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And I'm going to continue to keep bringing you some of these really quick and simple things to do to get your paint on paper. And you see how I'm just literally dabbed color on here, and it doesn't take a lot. And you can feel that. And the fact the wind blowing, that's just happened naturally because the way that the paint went. And it just, then it evolved into that, which I love that. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you in my next video.